Hi guys, today we are going to take a look at the new Booster Wave 3 on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We have the Rock Mushroom Cup and the Super Moon Cup. Now I haven't played any of these tracks yet, so everything here will be my first reaction. So the reason that I picked 50cc is so we can get a proper look at the tracks, give us a good idea about what they look like, so we can really soak in all those tiny little details that the track has to offer. And we'll start with the London loop for Mario Kart Tour. Now I have actually never played Mario Kart Tour, so all of this is completely new to me. I've also never been to London in my life, so I don't know how accurate everything here looks. Looks pretty cool. We see some telephone cells, that's nice. Alright. We're not supposed to go there, you can go both ways. Of course, like most tour city tracks, this one is most likely to change during the laps. Okay, I got a chain jump here, nice. Okay, Tower Bridge, I know that much. So it opens, okay, you can jump off it, that's cool. Let's see, we got the London Eye, of course, nice. Alright. And that's the first lap. We got the big bend on the left there. Okay, we're going... Great, Buckingham Palace over there, nice. Multiple chain jumps. So far the track has a very nice flow to it, nice corners. Good for drifting, I guess. Okay, where are we going now? I also kind of like the soundtrack. That's something that in general has been very good across all these booster waves. The soundtracks are like very nice and everything. Let's see, that's the third lap. Let's see how different that one looks. Same so far. Go to the park again. Go straight past Buckingham Palace on the left. So we're going... Oh, there's a chain jump on the loose. Oh, that's new. Wait. Oh, wait. Whoa, hang on. I was not expecting to go this way. Okay. Okay, so right next to the river. That's nice. This whole track is new to me. I don't know anything. More chums on the loose. I actually like that. Like in the first two laps the chums are attached, and then the second one they just hop around loose. That's cool. Can I make a jump this time? No. Timing is too poor. That's of course going to be different in like the faster classes. But like I said, 50cc for now is just so we can, soak up all the details, take a good look around, really take in everything that the track has to offer, and then, later of course we're going to be racing at high speeds, and then of course the track is also going to have a completely different flow and everything. But so far, honest reaction, London Loop definitely one of the better city maps from Tour, so I like what I'm seeing so far. Ah yeah, the Boo Lake from the Game Boy. Now the thing with these Game Boy tracks is they, the original ones on the Game Boy, they weren't exactly HD graphic or anything remotely close to it. So it's almost like brand new tracks because you can't, really recognize them from what they used to be. I also never played the Game Boy game, that is before my time. But It's a completely different, it's a new experience basically, and I really like what Nintendo did, especially like with these Game Boy tracks. They basically feel brand new. They made them look amazing. They made them look like the best version of themselves. And honestly, in the first booster wave, there was a lot of critics like, oh no, Nintendo didn't make the visuals as appealing and the graphics didn't look as good. But that's something that they have been improving on in the second booster wave, and you know, so far, especially looking at this track, they have just kept improving on this. And I have to say, you know, it's a GBA track, so of course you're not gonna get that much, you know, complicated track, no big amazing special elements. The track is going to look pretty basic at the end, but I have to say I really like what I'm seeing so far. It has some very tricky corners, some very sharp corners. That's going to be interesting in 200cc. But you know, so far I love the whole vibe. You got like a mansion, I don't know, Luigi's mansion or something in the back there. You got all these ghost lights on the side. It really gives like the spooky character, you know. So it's a pretty basic track so far. You can fall in the water, but you know, I you know, like the fact you have this zero gravity ramp up there. That's cool. And you have this tight corner. You have all these little gems in between. You have like this shortcut that I don't know exactly how to hit, but whatever. And then like the underwater section, I really like this, how it looks. I like the way it, you know, it feels. A bit of a spooky music, but you know, in general, I also like this one. It's definitely not my favorite. It's not better than London. I don't think it's gonna be the favorite overall. I don't think the GBA track, I think, you know, no matter how visually appealing they will look like, that's just not, you know, they don't have enough special elements to really be like the amazing great tracks that you were hoping for. But overall, pretty good. And this one I have quite high hopes for. I've never actually played Mario Kart 7, but Rock Mountain does look very cool from what I've seen in the trailer, from what I've seen in gameplay footage from the original game. So let's see, we're driving downside a cliff. Oh whoa, what is this soundtrack? I like this soundtrack. Okay, gliding section, let's see. No, don't hit me out of the air, I want to glide. Or actually, let's see what's down here behind us, not much. More gliding, okay. Okay. Now this is the interesting section. This feels a lot like Shy Guy Falls, but different. We're driving up a cliffside. That is pretty cool. You don't see that in any other tracks. Wow, did I just get hit by lightning in mid-air but didn't fall? Okay. Now, like as you can see on the map on the right, this track obviously doesn't have the most exciting layout. There aren't a lot of tight appearing, not a lot of tight corners. Although in the cave that might be the exception, but you know, I really like the way that it sounds, the soundtrack, that's amazing. But you know, it looks visually appealing, it looks cool. I love that it has multiple of these glider sections. And you know, it has its own theme. So in terms of that, it looks really cool. But do I like it better than the previous two tracks? I really dig the cliffside. This is amazing. You have these falling boulders. That's just awesome. That's just cool. And then into the gliding section right back at the start. So I like this early part, the first part of the track. That is definitely my favorite. You have like down the cliffside some nice flowing corners. Then you go into the cave, which also has some nice flowing corners. It feels a little bit tight, like you're really in a tunnel. So, and especially in this zone where the gap is like so small, so narrow, you really feel like you're inside a cave, which, you know, is what we're going for apparently. Then you are like straight into this open glider ramp. Now, I don't mind the like glider sections too much. I think it's nice to like actually have a track that has multiple of these in a row. That's something that you don't get at all in any Mario Kart track. And then of course this is easily my favorite part. You have to avoid the boulders, you get to drive up the ramp and then into the finish. So overall, I like this one. I like this one a lot. So yeah, I'm guessing my favorite so far. Now this one, of course, I do know. I have played the Wii version, and this has always been one of my favorite tracks on the Wii. However, Maple Treeway did look different in the trailer, and I'm not too sure about this one, about possible changes. I have to say, visually speaking, it looks very appealing. It looks really nice. Nintendo did definitely do a great job. Of course, Canon is glider section. Was fully expecting it, but now I like that they kept like the leaves and they still spawn items. That's nice as well. Wow, I love the way this lock looks. Like they add the moss and everything. You still got the big wigglers, of course. Now let's see what they did with these. Okay, they slightly altered it. And wait, what is this? Yo, I was not expecting that. I thought the half pipe, like the half pipes, those were typically Mario Kart Wii, and I didn't expect them to come back or anything. So that is a very pleasant surprise actually, that they implemented it in this one. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting that to just be a straight corner, like no half pipe ramps. So that is actually really cool. I really appreciate it. Now one thing that I don't like is the soundtrack, the original soundtrack. And you know, I could already hear this in the trailer. The original soundtrack is so much better, and that kind of breaks with what we've seen so far in all of the booster waves. Like, one thing that they have always been consistent at, pretty much, is that the soundtracks are truly amazing. And with Maple Treeway, they failed. I'm sorry, it's just not as good as the original. But you know, that's the first. And then of course, kinda the biggest disappointment, they took this part away, made it a glider section, and honestly that is one of the most, if not the most fun part of the entire track. It always was on the Wii, and they kinda took that away and replaced it with a glider ramp. Now we get enough of a head start, so let's try this. Okay. So this tool looks nice. That's good. They kept the shortcut here. So yeah, of course Maple Treeway, it's gonna be hard to mess this track up because it is so good to begin with. Easily my favorite thing here is the amazing visuals. Like, the track looks better than ever. It looks amazing. It still feels very authentic for the most part. Now, I absolutely am surprised by the fact that we got the half pipe mechanic in here. I was not expecting it. They like fixed it a bit by like changing it to a zero gravity section. So, you know, that's so cool. And then of course the massive disappointment with this glider ramp. Yeah, that's just not it. They kept these though, so you know, overall really happy. Soundtrack not as much. They took away the fun part, replaced it with a glider section, but overall, you know, it's Maple Treeway. It's an amazing track, and they made it look better than ever. So can't really be negative about it. It's not really my style anyway. now we've taken a look at the Rock Mushroom Cup. It is now time to take a look at the other 4 courses at the Super Moon Cup. Now this one has 2 tracks which we already knew for longer were gonna be in this wave 3. Peach Gardens and the, not this one, not Berlin Byway, but the Merry Mountain, the new track. So Berlin, I've also never been to Berlin, and again I did not play Tour, so I have no idea what to expect from this. We of course see in the back the Brandenburger Tor, so that's cool. Okay, this soundtrack is something else. I can already tell. Oh, we got moving cars here. Hold up. Okay, some nice corner here. Of course, the arrows are already indicating that the track is going to change route as you progress through the laps. Okay, we got a subway here. Wait, we can drive into the subway? That's cool. Okay. That is nice. You couldn't do that in Sydney Sprint. Okay, we got some two parts of the track. Oh. That's the first lap. I don't like the blooper now. Okay, so suddenly a glider ramp appeared here. Wow, this looks amazing. Okay, so still okay, we're going all the way to the left here. Okay, getting Shroom Ridge vibes here. We got all these cars that we can go in between. Ah, I like this. I like this part. Oh, look at this. Is that Luigi? No, Mario. Okay. Bowser and Mario. Okay. Banners. Go in between here. Nice. Okay. We got some height difference here. Ooh, I like this corner. Ooh, this should be fun in the faster race classes. So, okay, we're going to the park now. Some nice flowing corners. Clearly a much longer section than the first lap. And okay, this is fun. The bombs appearing now. And we're going back ways now. Okay. We're not supposed to go there. I thought we had to. Okay, so here come the wumps. Oh, it's from the old burning wall. Now I get it. And I like this. You can make tricks of the wumps. Now I don't recall ever. Oh, we can drive here. Okay, nice, more routes. Now I don't recall there ever being wumps in any Mario Kart track in the history of the franchise, so that is new. Kinda lost where I'm supposed to go now. Okay, we're back in the park. Okay, that's nice. I love these flowing corners. So it's nice we get to do this part twice, and we go under the Brandenburger Tor for a fourth, and I'm guessing final time. And that's it. Wow. And I thought Sydney Sprint already was all over the place with its routing. Berlin Byway takes this to a whole another level. I like all the elements, I like the way it looks, I like how it's like a city track, so it brings out everything in the city. And it has a great soundtrack, so yeah, definitely even better than London Loop. One of the very best city tracks. Don't really know if I would say better than Sydney Sprint, but definitely second place, if not first, definitely second. Okay, so now Peach Gardens. Now, if like me you've played the DS version and the Wii version, you know this track pretty well. I'm curious to find out what they have changed. This is interesting. I see another route, so flower beds look different. Already the music is appealing. Now I love what they did here with these like giant hedge maze statues like Toad, Toadette, Luigi, Peach. this looks very cool. I feel like it's bigger than before. Before there were like tall, huge hedge mazes. I don't remember there being a plant here, so that's new. This also used to look different. It definitely is altered. Okay, so the moles are still here, so we can do this. Okay. Now I have noticed one thing. And that is that you can no longer go around. It's blocked off. And I have to say that's disappointing. I mean, the chain jump can go around. Why can't we? Now I wonder, there's still an arrow so we can drive through there. Now of course you use the shortcut, like if you had a mushroom and time trial or whatever, you could cut all of this off. And then you had multiple flower beds, so you had to be careful with your rounding. The flower beds are gone. This too is like bigger, it's wider, more open space, different item placements. The jumps are still hopping around, but they're way easier to avoid. And again, here no flower beds, so I have to say that's a bit disappointing because I feel like that would make the track a little too easy to navigate on. Now I like that they still kept the moles, of course. Overall, I feel like they simplified the track a bit. I have to say the soundtrack is set, like that's amazing. That's well done, Nintendo. And you know, visually it looks good. They made more details to the track, and now we're getting something new here. This is the last thing I was expecting. So the routing changes, and now we get to drive up here. Now I wonder, some ramps. This is completely new here. I love that they did this actually. This is something unexpected. I was like, oh, you know, the track feels a bit too basic, a bit too simplistic. Of course, we already knew the track from 2 different games. And then they hit us with this backwards driving. And a glider ramp over this. I was wondering whether the Luigi statue was facing the other way, but I have to say, this looks amazing. This is a lot of fun. They actually managed to like change this entire track into something that feels new and original, that feels, well, unexpected. Even though it is still the exact same track. But it feels like a whole new experience in the third lap that I wasn't expecting. The third lap is different from anything else. So, wow, I was not expecting that. That is a grand unexpected finale that I like a lot. Honestly, when they announced Peach Gardens way back in the what was it, September Direct or even earlier, I wasn't expecting them to hit us with this, so that's very nice. Now this one, I have high hopes for this one. Merry Mountain, the Holiday Spirits Christmas themed track. The new track. New, absolutely not seen before. Layout looks a bit basic, but that doesn't have to matter much. Okay, so we notice the elevation immediately setting in, like we're driving up a mountain. Of course, we're gonna go on the train track immediately. That just looks too much fun to ignore. Getting a bit Wario Goldmine vibes from it, but with Christmas theming. So soundtrack is already well done. Okay, we're going in the snow now. I don't have proper tires for the snow, but whatever. Here we got some big presents. Okay. Whoa, the half-pipe mechanic again? Is this new? Is this gonna be implemented multiple times now, also in future booster waves? Is that what's gonna happen now? Because I can get behind that easily. Okay, so in the descent, I have to say the teaming on this is already better than in any other track so far in this booster wave. I love the elevation changes actually. Okay, so let's take a normal route here. Okay, that's an interesting corner. Of course, a lot of these corners are going to feel very different at higher speeds, but for now, let's just take a look at what the track in general looks like. So So far we're climbing and then we're descending, and you know, the teaming is easily the best part of this track. Nintendo really outdid themselves trying to make a Christmas track to be released right before, you know, the holidays. So well done, Nintendo, on this. So this part is a bit boring because you just go down a bit too far. Okay, so glider section here. Yeah, the final part definitely the more boring part. Of course, I like to go into the Christmas village. You get a Christmas tree, you get the elevation, you get these interesting corners, you get the train track over here. That's actually a lot of fun to drive upon. You got some ramps, you got a nice soundtrack. And I like teaming, and the intensity of the track declines a bit over here, but you know, the first sector easily the best one. And then here in the second sector also not too bad, and then you know, it surprises us and it hits us with this new half-pipe mechanic. And then in the final sector you get the train. And then the glider ramp. That's just a little bit boring, but you know, apart from that, overall very nice track. Not my favorite one, but you know, fun. It looks amazing. It's, you know, visually it has become so much more appealing than in the first and also in the second boost wave. Second wave was already a lot better visually speaking. Let's go on to the absolute surprise. Again, I have never played Mario Kart 7, so I don't know this one, but I have to say 3DS Rainbow Road was the absolute last track I expected to be announced in any booster wave. I thought, you know, they already have 3 Rainbow Roads, they're not gonna do a 4th one, and if they're gonna do a 4th one, they're just gonna go chronological and say the one from the Game Boy. But no, they went with the big one, they went with 3DS, and I was, you know, surprised when that happened, but I was also very thrilled because despite having never played this track, I have seen it and it looked amazing on the 3DS. I have to say the visuals here look even better. And I already like what I'm seeing. The soundtrack is nice. We got these planets, we got... I actually think Jupiter and Saturn here. Okay, so the track is wobbly here. And again, I have never raced on this track before. So this is a bit okay. Those corners go better at high speed. So I love the way the rainbow, like the actual Rainbow Road looks. Okay, so here on to the cool part where we get to drive on the rings of, I don't know, Saturn. Is this Saturn? I don't know. And then, okay, gotta be careful with these corners. They're not made for 50cc, but that's a good thing. And, oh, missed this. Okay, so track is pretty long as well, I have to say. So you got these holes in the track. This reminds me to the Rainbow Road on the Wii, which was always my favorite track on the Wii. And okay, now we're going over the moon. Bit of Lunar Connolly in here, but like in an actual track. We got these massive craters where we can jump upon. Getting Mario Galaxy vibes here. We got rolling chain jumps. And what's this? Okay. Oh wait, it's a three-way part. Okay, I wasn't noticing that. Okay, this is something else. Whoa. That is an amazing mechanic. Okay, the track is becoming so chaotic at this point. Wow, that section was crazy. I like that. I like this track. Wow. And then right to the end, one last jump. And that's it. Wow. Okay, I have to say, without doubt, without having to play any of these tracks again, I can definitely say this has been the very best track of the new booster wave. Truly amazing. Truly amazing. Okay, so overall, I have to say I really like this new booster wave. Compared to the first two, it is definitely, You know, it's definitely up there. Both waves had their ups and downs, had their good tracks, had their bad tracks. I have to say, I don't know about the top 8. I can say for certain that the 3DS Rainbow Road is definitely the best one of these 8. The worst one I would probably say Boo Lake, but that's not because it's bad, but just because it's the least of, I don't know, the best, I guess. It's not a bad track, but it is just a little too basic. Then, you know, you got Berlin Byway, which I think is the best city track after Sydney Sprint. Then, you know, Maple Treeway, always great. Rock Mountain, looks amazing. Then London Loop, it's another nice city track, and you know, better than Tokyo Tour and the Paris Promenade, and also better than the New York one. Not better than Sydney Sprint, that is still my favorite. And then of course we have got Peach Gardens, which felt a bit basic at first, but then you get to the last lap and it's like, wow, I was not expecting this whatsoever. And then, you know, you got your Season's Greetings, the Merry Mountain, which looks amazing, drives amazing. So it's definitely a fun track as well. So overall, I have to say, this third wave, without question, is awesome. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. Now, if you want to see me race these tracks on a higher competitive level, then be sure to like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated, because I will be posting a video soon where I will be racing these tracks online. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.